Welcome back to Professor Explain, where we break down human psychology in the simplest and most surprising way. Today, we're answering a question almost every American has experienced at least once. Why do we keep falling for the wrong people? You know the type, the emotionally distant one, the inconsistent one, the one who sends mixed signals yet somehow pulls you in deeper than the people who actually treat you well. Even when you logically know they're bad for you, something inside you whispers, this one is special. So what's really happening here? Let's go deeper than ever before. The first reason is something called the familiarity blueprint. Your brain doesn't fall in love with people. It falls in love with patterns. If you grew up with unpredictable affection, inconsistent attention, or emotional highs and lows, your mind begins to label that chaos as normal. So when you meet someone who pulls you close, then pushes you away, your brain doesn't see danger. It sees home. Not because it's healthy, but because it's familiar. This is emotional muscle memory, and it tricks your heart into choosing people who repeat the patterns you already know. The second reason is that unpredictable people create addiction. Your brain releases its strongest dopamine hits when rewards are random. Casinos use this psychology, and unfortunately, so do toxic relationships. When someone gives you affection and then disappears, your brain becomes obsessed with trying to win their attention again. This unpredictability feels exciting, but it's not excitement. It's addiction. Stable people feel boring because your brain has been trained to crave the chaos. Another reason we fall for the wrong people is the illusion of potential. Most of us don't fall for who someone is. We fall for who we hope they will become. We build a fantasy version of them in our minds. Once they heal, they'll love me better. Once they trust me, they'll open up. If I love them enough, they'll change. But potential isn't reality. Potential is hope wearing a mask. And when you fall in love with someone's potential, you ignore who they actually are in the present. Attachment styles also play a huge role in who we choose. People with anxious attachment often feel drawn to avoidant partners because distance feels like a challenge they need to overcome. Avoidant people tend to choose emotionally intense partners because it allows them to stay distant without feeling guilty. Meanwhile, secure people, those who provide consistency and peace, often get overlooked because stability feels unfamiliar to someone who grew up around emotional instability. In short, your attachment style acts like a magnet, pulling you toward familiar emotional patterns, even if they're unhealthy. Another major misconception is believing that chemistry equals compatibility. Intense chemistry can actually be a red flag. It can come from anxiety, trauma responses, fear of abandonment, or emotional unpredictability. Sometimes your heart races not because you've met your soulmate, but because you've met someone who triggers your old wounds. Your body mistakes intensity for love, even when the intensity comes from emotional chaos. Finally, one of the deepest reasons we choose the wrong people is related to self-worth. We accept the love we believe we deserve. If you secretly feel unworthy, not enough, or afraid of being abandoned, you will be drawn to people who make you work for love. Healthy love feels confusing or too easy, while chaotic love feels familiar. Your attraction follows your beliefs about yourself. Change the belief and you change your attraction. So why do we fall for the wrong people? Because our brain confuses familiarity with safety, chaos with excitement, potential with reality, intensity with love, and self-doubt with destiny. The solution isn't just choosing better partners. It's understanding and healing the patterns inside you that keep attracting the wrong ones. Once you do, toxic people stop looking attractive, and healthy people finally start to feel right. If you enjoy deep, life-changing psychology videos like this, make sure to subscribe to Professor Explain for more.